Hey guys, I'm Brad of Brave the Woods, and today I'm going to try my hand at creating the legendary Bob Ross in a 1970s psychedelic style. I grew up watching Bob Ross painting all these peaceful, happy scenes, sharing nothing but positive vibes.
Okay, let's just put a happy little mountain, something about like that. And let's paint several little happy trees.
So naturally, I felt like drawing him in this hippie style would be a fun mashup. The psychedelic style was really going strong in the mid-60s to early 70s. This piece that I'm going to be creating right now is going to feel a little more 70s, and you'll see why by the time I'm finished. But I found this whole style really interesting, this whole movement really interesting, mainly because it was influenced by hallucinogenic drugs like LSD. It's definitely an oversimplification to say that the only thing that inspired this movement is drugs. Sure, you could lump in drugs with the use of op art illusions, surrealism, and vibrating bright colors that they use. Though look at all the Victorian and Art Nouveau influences in everything from the subject matter to the type to the ornate decorative elements. Okay, so I could talk art history all day long, but we really need to get started, so let's go. I'm starting out here by sketching out Bob and his iconic fro here on my iPad Pro using PROCREATE. The concept I have is to fill his fro with all sorts of happy things like elements from his landscape paintings. And just as a note, you're probably noticing that my early sketching here is all mirrored. That's because I'm using the symmetry tool in PROCREATE under assisted drawing. I have a whole video on how to use that, and that's below. One common element I noticed in this style is the thin mono-weight outline applied to all the illustrations. So I'm going to try to make that happen here with this and make sure that my lines are nice and crisp. Now, I don't feel it's entirely appropriate to make a bad acid trip version of Bob, so I'm going to be going the more hippie, surreal, peaceful route. And these colors are still going to be super bright, contrasting, and it should turn out looking pretty fun. Basically, from here on out, it's just coloring on a new layer underneath my outline layer so I don't destroy my line work. And this should be nice and relaxing. And there you have it. Our happy friend Bob Ross is looking funky fresh. I love how it turned out. Now I'm just going to make these flat color fields feel a bit more tactile by giving it a slightly aged textured look. Getting that textured look here in Procreate really isn't that hard. You don't have to ship it off to Photoshop. You can get it done here. All you need to do is get a high-res texture image. So I downloaded this texture image of maybe some like water stains on paper or cardboard. And the one thing that you do need to make sure that happens is that it's black and white so that it doesn't mess with your colors when you're using the blending modes, because Procreate has lots and lots of awesome blending modes, especially with that new 4.3 update. And so if you click on the N right here, you can slide the opacity up and down, but you also have all these other options like multiply, linear burn, color burn, and then even more down here with lighten, contrast, difference, color. Tons of options to play with. So the one I'm going to use actually is color burn, because I like that it ups the saturation levels, which feels right for this time. It makes those reds and pinks and oranges kind of vibrate off of each other, which is what I wanted. And you get to see that rich texture coming through. And again, you can change the opacity if you want to lower or raise that a bit. But what really is important to me right now is I want to get rid of this. I don't like how it looks all around his hair. So I'm going to click on that layer where his hair is, and then I'm going to go to my, this one right here, my selection tool, and just make sure it's on automatic. Then I'm just going to tap the background. So it's just going to highlight everything in blue is what's highlighted. And then when I tap over here to my texture layer, I'm going to hit my eraser tool. I'm going to erase all that stuff because I really don't, let me get a bigger brush. I don't want any of that stuff. So I'm only going to erase. You see this? It's only erase. You'll see these little lines. I'm not sure if you can see it here that are kind of going through here. They're just going to erase everything outside of Bob Ross, which is what I wanted because that's what I highlighted. And so once I get all this stuff out of here, I think it's overkill and it looks really kind of kitschy to have all that texture on the outside. It makes it look like we're desperately trying to make this look old and maybe trying to hide something. So we're not. So we just wanted to look like a cool effect within Bob Ross's hair. So there you have it. Looks pretty awesome. I think it looks, it adds a little bit of dimension to it, and really the saturation kind of pull, and it kind of feels like it yellowed everything a little bit, so it kind of pulled the colors together a little bit more. But yeah, I think this is looking nice. That's all I have for you in this video. Thank you so much for watching. Again, if you have a style in mind that you'd like to see me try to tackle, please put that in the comments below, and who knows, maybe it'll be in one of my next videos. But I appreciate it. Please like, subscribe, and we will see you next time.